I'm Mikey G, and today is Tuesday, September 26th. A new Tesla Cybertruck, rumored to be the master candidate, the final step for production, has been spotted coming out of Gigafactory, Texas. Joe Tegmeyer, who often gets to talk to Giga Texas employees as he flies drones over there almost daily, claims that the new truck spotted coming out were the master candidates, and we don't have any confirmation that these are indeed the production versions, but the two trucks spotted did look more refined than the previously spotted prototypes. Also, more Cybertrucks have been spotted at the homes of Tesla employees, which is a good sign that internal testing has expanded. Tesla is reportedly ramping up its partnership with the chip giant TSMC to produce the Dojo supercomputer chip. Dojo is Tesla's own custom supercomputer platform built from the ground up for AI machine learning and more specifically for video training. And now a new report coming from Taiwan claims that Tesla is now ramping up its partnership with TSMC to produce the chips. Recently, there has been more attention brought to Dojo after a note from Morgan Stanley describing a potential future where the supercomputer is significantly contributing to the bottom line. The end of the third quarter is approaching as EV makers prepare for the crucial stretch in the end of the year. Several EV stocks, including Rivian and Fisker, are already climbing on optimistic delivery expectations. According to recent Experian data, Rivian is outpacing other EV startups through July, claiming 2.8% of the market. Another EV maker's stock is rising today after Fisker announced that it has built over 5,000 Ocean electric SUVs. Now, it's said that the EV maker expects to ramp up deliveries to 300 units per day later this year. We'll have to see how that goes. Earlier this month, Fisker said that it had built 3,123 electric models, and with around 1,900 units of those built in the last 3 weeks, which is 100 per day in terms of production. Ford is pausing construction on its $3.5 billion EV battery plant in Marshall, Michigan, with plans to limit spending for the time being. A Ford spokesperson told the Detroit News on Monday, quote, "We're pausing work and we're going to limit spending on construction at Marshall until we're confident about our ability to competitively run the plant." Now, according to the publication, no final decision has been made about the planned investment of $3.5 billion. This to make a new lithium iron phosphate EV battery plant in the area. The plant, which is part of the Blue Oval Park, Michigan, was slated to begin lithium iron phosphate production in 2026, but the new Michigan plant was expected to produce around 35 gigawatt hours of battery capacity annually, capable of powering 400,000 future EVs. We'll have to see how many Ford plans to power in the near future. Amid several reports that Volkswagen is cutting EV production at 2 German plants, the automaker said that they have a reason, and that is slowing demand. The news comes after Volkswagen announced at a staff meeting earlier this month that it would be cutting 269 temporary jobs at the site. Although Volkswagen's ID.3 and Cupra Born will be impacted by this halt, the ID.4, ID.5, Audi Q4 e-tron, and Audi Q4 Sportsback e-tron, those models will continue regular production in 3 shifts at the plant. Volkswagen is struggling to attract new EV orders amid higher inflation and waning subsidies in Europe. Europe's largest automaker is also facing growing threats from more advanced EV companies like Tesla and even BYD. In the Korean Peninsula, or I guess the south part of the Korean Peninsula, which is South Korea. Okay, anyways, in Korea, Hyundai and Kia are planning an EV sale fiesta in which they plan on cutting prices, and they're entering, more or less, what's coming to a price war for electric vehicles. Hyundai and Kia's latest price cuts come as EV sales growth has slowed this year amid the lagging economic growth. This according to the head of the Joe Buck Institute of Automotive Convergence Technology. Now, EV sales in Korea have slipped from 71,744 during the first 8 months of 2022 to 67,654 for the same period this year. Now, Korea's new subsidies are designed to help stimulate that demand, and Tesla actually began selling the Model Y, which is made in China, for $44,000 in the country, putting pressure on those domestic automakers from another angle. The Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car globally for the first 3 months of the year, making it the first EV to achieve the milestone. We anticipate that this will continue in Korea, the south part of Korea, south of like the southern part of the peninsula, the Korean peninsula, you know. In today's community comment found on YouTube, Frank Coffey says, maybe the Tacoma is traded in more because it has better trade-in value than the customer's other car, and they bought it thinking they needed a truck and really didn't. Yeah, I could see that making sense. Many trucks are quite expensive to purchase compared to a car, and the Tacoma is one of them. At one point, I was actually considering buying a Tacoma, but I couldn't see myself utilizing its capabilities. The price point was quite high, but also putting gasoline into it over and over was another expense that I was not prepared for. All the Tacoma owners that I spoke of said that the fuel efficiency was not close to the advertised specification. Perhaps that's just a local thing with the low-octane gas that we have here, but it's not my problem. Perhaps the Tesla Model 3 buyers are coming to a similar conclusion, going electric, the way I did. But I went electric a long time ago. I was thinking of a Tacoma in the middle in there. Anyways, thanks for watching Quick Charge. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.